Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am my humble self, Satoru the young teacher, and today I'll be lecturing on the subject biology under the topic classification of living things. Now, what is this classification of living things? Now, before I step forward in a definition, it will be apparent for us to know what taxonomy is to help us understand the better of what we are talking about. Now, what is taxonomy? Taxonomy is simply the science and practice of classification. Now, with this very point of mind, let us move over to the next, which is classification of living things. Now, what is this classification of living things? Classification of living things is the grouping, arrangement, and positioning of organisms according to their shared and similar functions, characteristics, structures, and evolutionary relationships. With me, the placing and sorting of organisms according to their shared futures. Now, an analogy of what I'm talking about. Let's say, for instance, you happen to be in a library, purposely or probably your school library. You notice that the books there are arranged in a chronological order. That is, they are placed in groups and rows, and also according to names and topics. Let's take for instance, if it's for biology, if it's a biology textbook, they place it in a biology row. All the topics related to biology will be in that set of a group. And also if it's physics, they place it in a physics row. If it's chemistry, they place it in chemistry row. And in such a manner are living things classified for better understanding and study of those organisms. Are you with me? Now let's move over to the next, which is the systems of classification. What are the systems of classification? The systems of classification are the methods employed in classifying organisms. Now, they are basically of two forms, namely, 1. Natural classification system. 2. Artificial classification system. What is natural classification system? The natural classification system is the classification system based on shared common features of the organisms, and they are basically of two types. This natural classification system is basically of two types, namely the homologous structures and the evolutionary relationships. What is these homologous structures? A homologous structures, these are organisms that have the same number of bones and structures but perform different functions. Example of this homologous structure is the horse leg, the human arm, and the bird's wing. They have the same number of bones, structures, but they all perform different functions. Are you with me? So that's for homologous structures. 2. Evolutionary relationships. Now, what is this evolutionary relationship? Evolutionary relationship, these are very close species that are grouped in the next higher taxon. That's the evolutionary relationship. Number 2, artificial classification system. Artificial classification system is a classification system that inculcates the finder's or scientist's choice. Are you with me? That is to say that the scientist can decide to group organisms that fly in the cell group, and in such a manner it can include bats, houseflies, and birds. Are you with me? And also they can decide to group organisms that have fish bodies and stream-like bodies in the cell group. So that's artificial classification system. It concates the scientist's choices. Are you hearing me? That's for it. Now, the next we have on our list is the hierarchical classification system. What is this hierarchical classification system? The hierarchical classification system is based on a natural classification system that uses common features shared by organisms. And also this hierarchical classification system, their groups are ranged from the largest group of organisms to the smallest group of organisms. And this includes domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Now calm down, let's do what we know best to do. There of 8 features. And note that this hierarchical classification system was enacted and discovered by a Swedish naturalist called Carolus Linnaeus, and he named it after his name, naming the hierarchical classification system as the Linnean system. And what is this importance of this hierarchical classification system? It helps us to sort organisms in groups, as well as helping us to study it, analyze organisms, and know where even the new organisms found, where they can be placed. So this is one of the importance and relevance of hierarchical classification system. Now let us explain the discovery, the hierarchical classification system, from this highest to this lowest. Now let us explain it. Now, number one, domain. The domain is the highest and broadest level of the hierarchical classification system. It involves organisms and members with the same cell type, genetic makeup, as well as cellular organization. Example of domains are the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. The prokaryotes are organisms that lack a membrane-bound nucleus, while the eukaryotes have and possess a membrane-bound nucleus. Over the years, presently now, it has been discovered that the prokaryotes is now divided into two, the bacteria and the archaebacteria. That we'll be looking on to in this our channel. Lest I forget, do ensure that you subscribe, like, and keep on following for more. Are you with me? We are going to explain this as a topic in this our channel. Now, number two, kingdom. Kingdom, this is a subfield of a domain, and members of the same kingdom have the similar structures, mode of nutrition, and organization. Examples of kingdom: we have kingdom Plantae, which is the plant kingdom; kingdom Animalia, which is the animal kingdom. That we'll be talking and looking into in our channel. And we also have many other kingdoms like kingdom Monera. We also have kingdom Protista and kingdom Fungi. So that we'll be looking at here in our channel. Number three, phylum. Phylum is a subdivision of kingdom, and they are made up of organisms that have similar structures and body plans. Example of phylum is Chordata and Arthropoda. Chordata, these are organisms that have the natal cords at their early stage. Example of a chordata is we human beings, birds, and also fish. They are organisms that have natal cord at their early stage. The other one of phylum is Arthropoda. Arthropoda, these are organisms that have a jointed appendages and a hard covering, as well as an exoskeleton. Example of Arthropoda are crustaceans, spiders, insects. These are examples of phylum Arthropoda. We have many phylums that we'll be looking onto in this our channel. Number four, class. Class further subdivides phylum into a similar shared features. Now, examples of class are mammalians, apes. Example of a mammalia is we human being, we are mammalians. While apes, example of apes is birds. Are you with me? So that's for class. And we have there are many more of classes. 5. Order. What are order? Order also subdivides the class, and also members of order have similar structures in anatomy and behavior. Examples of order is primates and carnivora. Primates, example of primates are we human beings, we are referred to as the primates. While carnivora, examples are the lion, the tiger, the wolves. Are you with me? That's under order. Now, number 6, and we also have many more. Like I say, all of these have many more. There's no space to be writing them. That's what we, and also we are going to look them individually in this our channel. Number 6, family. Family. These are groups of organisms that have a closer features and genetic tres. Examples of family is we have Hominidae and the Felidae. Hominidae, example of Hominidae is we human beings, we are referred to as the Hominidae. And Felidae refers to as the cats and the cat family. Example of the cat family like the lion, the tiger, the wolf, etc. Now, number 8 is genus. The genus, this is a suffix of family also. And the genus are made up of very close species that have a closely genetic characteristics. Are you with me? Examples of a genus is Homo. A Homo, example of a Homo is we human we are referred to as Homo. Then the other one is Pan. Example of Pan is the chimpanzee. Number 8, species. A species are freely organisms that can freely interbreed with each other to produce a fertile offspring. Examples of a species is the Homo sapiens. We human beings are referred to as the Homo sapiens. We can interbreed with our fellow human being to produce a fertile offspring. Now let me digress a little. For instance, the horse and a donkey. The horse and the donkey are of the sex, domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, as well as genus, but they are of different species. And so, if they happens to breed, they will give birth to a moo, M-U-L-E. They will give birth to a moo, which is an infertile offspring, and it cannot produce or reproduce the follow moo because of what is a product of unrelated species. So this is all about the hierarchical classification system. Thank you, and please let's not forget, do ensure that you give us questions in areas that you are perplexed about, so that we can able to give you feedback and adjust your perplexity. Thank you. At the end of this channel, we were able to discuss what classifications of living things are, as well as taxonomy, and also discuss systems of classification, the hierarchical classification system. Thank you. I still remember my humble self, Saturday the young teacher. Remember, our goal still remains to read and teach strategically. And to teach strategically involves you thinking wise, and thinking wise involves you thinking smart. Thank you. Until we see you in our next video. Bye.